It's Week 17 of the NFL, and our focus is on the Lions' superstar wide receiver. He's making noise for some end-of-year awards and could hit 1,400 yards this week. It's the Lions and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin with you on a Saturday night here in Dallas. CD, it's been a wild and unpredictable season. A lot of teams getting ready for the playoffs, jockeying for position, and this, a good one here in the NFC.
A real good one, because these two teams, they think big. They think about going on and playing bigger games, and also think about these two on Thanksgiving. Both of them hosting. Now they're going head-to-head in a matchup that we've been eagerly anticipating.
It's a late season Saturday night in Dallas. The Lions, the Cowboys underway here in Week 17. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You talk about this Lions defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 22. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action. Some risk involved, but how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. The numbers for Washington in last week's contest: 15 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on it, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
Forced out to his left. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run. It's Washington. Oh, nifty has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On first, here's Washington. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. So this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
We're scoreless after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it looking at a 4th down and 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Patterson's kick is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Prescott off play action. And Davis with it left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Prescott, he's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Prescott now from the 50, sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he stays up. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cowboys at 4-11 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. Dancing away at the 35. There he goes, left side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Henderson is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. The heck of a move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Gray. And he'll get it right back to Washington. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. They'll look to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Draw play, Washington. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Open man right side is St. Brown. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd down, Washington. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they'll do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Washington now out of the gun. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. A handoff right side. It's Washington. Able to slither by. Another nice move. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Gray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Gray. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now back with the Lions. Here's Riley Patterson on for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the ball. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 8. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Gray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Back now in Arlington. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action. Gray. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Washington on the right side toss. Running right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This game wasn't tied for long. How about that? A big return here in the 4th.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. 4th quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold them. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Washington. Oh, some strong running. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Flush to his right. Shakes off the sack. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Looking to throw. Gray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Lions have come back to make it a 2-point game. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side. After a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. And now here come the Cowboys. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now 2nd and 4. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42.
Let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he goes diving forward to try to get an extra yard or 2. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Up the middle, here's Henderson.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he goes diving forward to try to get an extra yard or 2. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, it's Pollard. Fights him off.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Dominate this. Make plays, y'all. Make plays. Let's hit it. Get it, baby.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. There are no flags. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
And an amazing return wins it in OT. Hard-fought game through 4 quarters gets us into overtime, and then you can't even catch your breath and realize you're in overtime, and the return of the ball game's over.
Absolutely amazing what we got to see because we're setting up all those different scenarios as we go to overtime. Do you take the ball, right? When you do the coin toss, where are you going to play? How are you going to do it? And that takes it all out of our hands, doesn't it? A bolt of a return that ends the ball game.
How often do coaches talk, Charles, about that third phase? And here the third phase was the difference.
No doubt. And what I also think about is when you get to overtime, fatigue has to play a factor in it. And if you use a lot of guys who are frontline players on special teams, sometimes they run out of gas.
So for the Cowboys, they get a 5th win to move to 5-11 with 1 game remaining.